Hello, dental world. So I'm out here in the U.S. someplace. I just said it a while ago, but I don't remember. I just finished going through 52 email, trying to get some things answered because I was flying. We flew from San Antonio here to go look at a job tomorrow. Flights are crazy right now. Everything's crazy. So I told you I'd make a video about selecting a contractor. So I'm gonna give you a couple of pointers. Well, first, let me tell you this. Selecting a contractor right now, finding somebody to bid your project, having them to stay on task, and hold their numbers right now is very difficult, even for me. Even with all the leverage that I have with some of the people we've used over the years, some of the connections we've made, even if we've used this person numerous times in this city or state, it is hard to keep people on task, to keep the bids at 2 weeks, to keep numbers in budget because materials are available materials. And normally if it's something's not available and you got it, well then they would give you an upgrade at the same price or less. That's not the case anymore. It's not the case. So, but let's talk about selecting a contractor. So selecting the contractor. So say you're in an area that we've worked in before, like I don't know, let's say California. So we've done numerous projects in California. So there's different ways to do that. Say you're in California, you're in a rural area, you need to find somebody. Normally, you would go to your equipment dental provider, and you would ask them for a list of references. You would get that list. You would call those doctors, or you would look at the work they did. You would meet them. That's still a really hard thing to do because you got to trust them because they're going to give you a list of references of people they want you to talk to. Excuse the beeping in the back. That's my email going off. So you know, that's one good way of doing it. I find the best way for you guys, since you're having to find these guys yourself, is word of mouth. So colleagues, just ask them for a list of references. Compare those to your, dental equipment provider. See how the two fit, how they work together. If they're on the same list, you have the same contractor from the same people. That's the best way to do it, I think. We have a different vetting system for more or less like what you guys have social media accounts or you belong to these organizations like we do. That's how we find our bidders, and that's one of the ways we vet them, as well as trade history and all that kind of other stuff. So I would say, you know, finding contractors is not real easy, but first ask your friends and colleagues, ask your dental equipment provider. I know that once you do that, they're going to probably hound you for the equipment. That's just what you have to do when you're doing it yourself. Um, I don't say they have to be dental specific. So if you want a dental specific contractor, you don't really have to have them because the guys doing the MEPs, those guys are licensed, and they have to take tests and they know what materials or methods to use in a healthcare facility, a gas station, a retail center, a home. It's all the same. I don't really say you should get a contractor that does home building or kitchen remodels, or they built a deck for you. That I haven't ever seen work out favorable for the dentist, even when I've told them not to. But there again, they had me to kind of fill in the gaps and help fix some of those things I got ahead of beforehand. But anyhow, this is about you guys. So, yeah, if the contractor's not dental specific, even his MEPs, but he's got commercial experience. That's better. If he's contracted that doesn't have any commercial experience, a little bit, I would say to try to steer away from that. The commercial guys are a little bit different. They're wired and geared a little bit different. So I would say just try to stick with those guys. So to recap a little bit, get it from your friends and first your colleagues, a list of references. Get it from your dental equipment provider. Not just one dental equipment provider. So you reach out to 2 or 3 of them if you can. See how many times that guy or that company comes up on that list. And then if they have commercial experience is better. I'm not saying their residential experience is not good, but I wouldn't do it. not for a startup, not at all. Um, if you're in a rural area, you might only have that option. So there again, you'll have to just get, just kind of have to look at the work they do. Look them up on the BBB. You guys can look that up there. That's a Better Business Bureau for you guys. It's free. You might be able to find some information on them there. So, but I would say that would be the way to go. I hope this answered your questions. I did have a script, but I forgot it at home. So if you guys have any comments or questions, just leave them, just leave them down below, and I'll answer them as you guys send them. Like and subscribe, please, and I'll see you guys in the next place I'm at. Cheers.